if you're an American and you need an example of how the government will act illegally, I mean, just look at the last 3 months. I don't know where in the Bill of Rights it says that if there's a virus, this whole Bill of Rights doesn't exist anymore.
Yes, right. That's right. Okay, yes. Now that's something, isn't it? And yet police unquestioningly were arresting people on the streets. Well, normally read them their rights and tell them what they're charged with. Well, you're charged with leaving your house without permission. Okay. Which codices is that? Because my lawyer's going to know which law, state, federal, local. Because you just can't pass laws overnight, can you? The mayors can't pass fucking laws, not without a great deal of sometimes voting. No, but they were passed. No. What the fuck happened overnight, people, that you allowed it? I mean, you saw images on social media and television, police beating people half to death for the crime of being too close to another human being. Now, did we not have the right to assemble? It didn't say you have the right to assemble, but you must remain 6 feet from everybody. No, we have the right to assemble, whether we want to build a fucking pyramid of naked bodies on the beach or whatever. Assembly means a collection of human beings in the same goddamn place. I mean, what would the Million Man March be if everybody had to be 6 feet apart? Well, it would stretch from Los Angeles to New York. Couldn't have happened, could it? You understand how social distancing itself limits the power of the people to do what they do naturally in a crisis? We come together as close as fucking possible, look into each other's eyes, sometimes hug, hold hands for comfort. No, sorry, they're not going to be able to do that anymore. We're passing a law soon.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it on such a large level, asking so many people at once to really be anti-human. I don't know how else to think of it. Not to stay in your home, not go to church, not go to community events, not be close to other people, as you were just saying. It's really the most anti-human policy on such a broad level in my lifetime, certainly.
Yeah, well, I think in many of our lifetimes, my friend. No, so, but if you run the math of what's happening with social distancing, you can cram, 100,000 people on a football field has been done many times. With social distancing, how many people do you think you can get on a football field? Less than 2,000. Less than 2,000 of it. 1/50th. So what are you doing? You are limiting the power of the people to collect by claiming their power of collection. Because when you get a bunch of people together, I promise you, the world changes. The Million Man March, you name it, when we all get out and stand together, shoulder to shoulder, we exercise the power of the populace. When we can no longer stand shoulder to shoulder, and as be 6 feet this way, 6 feet this way, 6 feet this way. Good God Almighty, that's 144 square feet per person.
Yeah.
Run the numbers, people. No, so we can't assemble anymore. There's not enough room on the planet to get even the city of Chicago standing in a fucking group if we have to be 6 feet from everybody else.
Yeah, and at a time
to me,
when
this is the scariest thing. I'm sorry. To me, this is the scariest thing.
Yeah,
it's not just staying indoors. They can't keep us indoors forever, else the society will collapse, and so will the government, and all of their toys won't be able to be fixed, and so on. No, but they can force us, maybe, to stand 6 feet from each other if we are in public, and that is the ultimate loss of freedom, people, because it is the ultimate loss of collective power. Please look at history. Look at those French Revolution, the Russian. Nothing happened until we were jammed shoulder to shoulder in the fucking street, showing strength in the millions right under the noses of those with the guns, the power, because that scares them. They have no power without us. But if we can't do that anymore, if we can just barely be seen as a crowd, we lose that power.
Yeah, that's right. It's because the state power is really based on this big illusion.
Yes.
That you don't understand how much they're outnumbered. If people understand how many more of us there are than them, you realize it doesn't matter how many guns they have.
Yes, and also if they understand that power is a pyramid, and that we, the people, are on the bottom. We mine the coal, process the foods, and ship the goods, and repair the yachts and custom airplanes that those in power have. We drive their cars. We polish them, clean them, manufacture them. No, that's us. Without us, there's nothing to understand. That entire level above the people, starting with mayors at the bottom, I guess, and going up to presidents, collapses. So that's our power, but only if we can exercise it.
Right.
And it can't be exercised unless we can collect, unless we can convene, assemble. Do you understand the most powerful of all the rights is the right to assembly? In the story, people.
No, you're right, and it's at a time when we need that presence from people more than ever.